Go.
What's going on, guys? It's Harry from No Receipts. I got my boy Chris with me from Defy the DQ. And The Rock just dropped a post saying, CM Punk, get your ass to the back of the line. How you feel about that, bro?
That means he's going to be showing up at Bad Blood, probably. You think he shows up alone?
Yeah, I think he shows up alone. I think it's messed up, to be honest.
Because it takes away the excitement. Like,
He takes away... Yo, bro, that's a stipulation match, bro. That's one of the, like, best stipulations WWE have. And he just, like, took the rug from right under them.
what do you mean by the stipulations?
Like the Hell in a Cell is like one of the greatest matches that you could have of all time, and The Rock was just like, "Nah, we gonna close the show." CM Punk and Drew should close the show.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, though. I honestly believe that Punk and Drew should close the show out. I feel like that there's more of a story feud there that needs to get settled than us just jumping the bloodline to the top of the marquee.
I mean, well, both the stories been running for a long time, for at least a year or so, probably over a year with Cody, but it's just like I think just the stipulation, and it's just a tag team match.
Well, it's not like it's the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, so...
Yeah, but still, like why take that away from them? Let them close the show, and let Bloodline should have opened it.
Yeah, I think the Bloodline would set the pace. If you opened up the show with Bloodline, that would set the pace of the show. And then you hit your little matches in between, and then you finish up strong with Punk and McIntyre. But what I think they're doing is for the reason why is somebody's obviously going to appear in the Bloodline thing, so that's why they're doing it for, like, saving it for last.
So you think we get in a new member?
We're probably gonna get who would we get? We'll probably get Jimmy back.
Yo, bro, I've been waiting on Jimmy. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Me too.
I know that what's the kid's name? Haikulo?
Hikuleo.
Hikuleo. Jeez, thanks.
Well, Taller
Like,
Tonga, that's his name now.
Tala Tonga. From what I saw, that he's going to NXT.
Yeah, so he's not getting put in this storyline anytime soon.
Nah, I think Zilla be coming out soon.
It's a good possibility if he drops.
I don't think this year though.
Nah, I give him another year because he's champ in 2 promotions right now. So unless he drops these belts before Mania,
Hey, he comes sometime next year. Cause honestly, I think you was right about the War Games thing. I don't think they're doing War Games. OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline is definitely not happening. Well, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
Nah.
I did read something we did talk on, so we can get into the next segment. With Jey Uso being champion, him getting that nice little redesign of the Intercontinental title. Even though I wish they would have changed the plates a little bit more instead of having it that round, because I'm not really a big fan of it since I like the old school version of it.
You don't like the design?
No, well, now it's better. A lot better than the original. Like, not the original, not the OG, not the one I had on the last time we did the first show back. But
no, that one is hard. The one you had is hard.
yeah, I like it now that they added the blue to it because it gives some, like, contrast, because it was just silver and black. So, not silver black, gold and black. So it's like, it was pretty meh. Like, now it has contrast, and with him holding it, it looks fire. They gave him the gold Yeet shirt.
Look like a champion. That little bit of blue made that belt so much harder, bro.
Yeah,
It's insane. It just like it made the belt pop.
it looks a lot better. I like it, and now I heard you got one.
I don't know yet. We might have to unbox that. But yo, bro, them titles, I was just trying to shop around, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, they mad expensive.
Yeah, I told you gotta wait for them Black Friday sales. Maybe
Friday.
I'll fuck around and get a Senior Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, bro, put them in your part of your Christmas list.
WWE, you can give us a promo code.
Yo, that ass though. Send that over here for real, please. I think Jay Uso is gonna have a good title run,
Yeah.
and now he's gonna bring that title back to the bloodline, to the OG bloodline. Like, look, Roman, I did this without you. You
You
know what I'm
think
saying?
that's gonna happen?
Yeah, it has to, bro. To show him, like, yo, look, I went out there all alone, no help, and I brought it back home. I brought some gold back home.
He really did it by himself too. That's the crazy shit.
He really did.
But I just read something on Threads that they're planning on doing a little program with Jay and Dominic.
Yeah, didn't I said that.
Yeah, you said that. Now there's like some confirmation. So I think somebody listening on the low.
Yo, they tapped in. That's what it is.
So we may see that. I don't think Jay loses that belt like right away, but
I don't think it's a bad thing losing to Dom. Just not now. You get what I'm saying?
yeah. Like Dom
Give
is
him
gonna
a
be
good run.
Dom will be IC champ. The quote me on this. It's gonna happen. It's just not yet.
Yeah, and he's super young. What is he, 25?
I believe so. But he also just signed a new deal recently too.
Yeah, he's going to get his, bro. He's a star. You could tell. You could see it. Mm-hmm. He's super young. He got mad. He got the most heat out of anybody.
And he built that heat on his own basically too.
Yeah, he turned on one of the most loved wrestlers, so it worked out for him.
That man has a master class at turning heel.
And he's keeping kayfabe alive.
OD.
Shout out to Dom.
If Dom don't get his flowers from a lot of people over here on this side, you get your flowers, bro.
Dirty Dom. Fuck with you on this side.
Give us an interview on the arm, bro.
Facts.
What else? What was your thoughts on the monster match?
Banger.
It was dope. Now we had that little ending tidbit where Seth Rollins came and curb stomped Bronson Reed on that.
Yeah, he got his lick back. He got his payback. But even before that, what should have happened was the ring should have not broke. They should have went through the ring, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I think I'm like the best booker of all time. Like we all do. I think they should have went through the ring, bro.
But I feel like since those two feuded for the past 2-3 weeks already, or whatnot, the ring should have been fell apart. You got two dudes that make damn near 600 pounds combined, or 700, or whatever it is.
I think it's 700.
Yeah, dude. Once somebody suplex somebody off the top rope, that should have been the ring. Should have.
But that was their first suplex. That's why.
Right? Or no, I think they did one off the top rope the week before. Or even Bronson Reed splashing, like the splash alone should have broke the ring.
They should have went through the ring, bro.
Yeah, but they probably didn't want to deal with that.
Like they did with Taz and Vader, I think ECW. When they went through the ring.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that.
I know I remember a couple times the ring broke.
Yeah.
I just can't think off my head right now like who was. I know Big Show did something where he or Kane chokeslammed somebody through the ring, or
I know Big Show and Brock broke the ring.
Yeah.
But I think they should have went through the ring. That would have just been insane, bro.
Yeah.
I guess they had to do it like that to bring Seth back so he could get in his spot, so it worked out.
Which version of Seth you think we're getting?
I think we're getting a whole new one.
Yeah, I think he reinvented himself again. Because I think the visionary thing is still gonna pop, like, regardlessly. But I think we get that hungry, back on his grind Seth Rollins, like.
And I think bringing him back is going to create a problem between him and Cody again.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those full circle things where everybody's going to be attacking Cody because now Cody and Reigns are like buddies now.
Yeah, bro. He risked it all for him. He's the one who helped him get the title.
I gave you my meniscus, bro. I gave you my meniscus.
Yo, bro, he gave it. He gave his all, literally, bro.
Unless we see Roman get help from Seth, and then that's part of the War Games, like instead of like KO.
I don't want that. I don't. Nah.
Like I said, we're not getting that bloodline thing for another year. Wait till all the pieces are aligned before we get that.
Yeah, so that means you'll have to bring everybody else later on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that, man. I'm so sad that they're not doing it.
I know, especially because we all want the bloodline rivalry thing to be a thing. Like, for it to be... But we gotta remember, WWE always ends up dropping the ball, because remember when Undisputed Era was hot, we never got that versus another faction.
That's true. You got a point.
Which I'm like, dude, there was nothing hotter than Undisputed Era when they were around.
Nah, facts. But I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do for War Games. Earlier I dropped a little clip talking about they should just do NXT, TNA versus Raw versus SmackDown. All of them just go against each other, and
the winner is the best promotion.
yeah, that's it. Cause I'm gonna waste my time if y'all not gonna put OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline.
But then I could kind of see where they're coming from a little bit, because you would have to make a storyline where Roman does go on a redemption tour to gain back the trust of Jay, Jimmy, Sammy, the Wise Man.
I just think it's too late right now. It's too late.
Yeah, well, we're pushing.
In October.
They're already showing posters for the Royal Rumble, so we're already too late for that to be a thing. That, I feel like, will be next year when everybody's out of their own respected storyline.
I got an early prediction.
What's your early prediction?
Roman wins the Rumble.
I could see that.
Ooh.
So that'll set him up for a trajectory for Mania.
Yeah, boy.
Then we'll get Cody. Boy. Cody Reigns 3 or 4.
I think 3.
Because I think they're supposed to go against each other at Crown Jewel this year.
How many more pay-per-views we got?
We got...
PLEs. Sorry.
Get it correct. PLEs.
I'm trying to keep up. You know, I grew up on pay-per-views. So.
Yeah, but I never understood the term PLE. Like...
Premium live event.
Yeah, and I never understood that. I always knew pay-per-views. Pay-per-views.
Yeah, I guess they changed. You know, they just wanted to change because it's not pay-per-view anymore.
Well, they're changing they're changing everything, to be honest, because
we have to keep up with the times, bro.
Well, that would be fast then, because November 2nd's Crown Jewel. Then that would mean that Reigns versus Cody, if that was the thing to get booked for that show, we're like right there.
Yeah, we like 3 weeks out, more or less.
Man, we can't even get through the other stuff first. Like,
all right, so we had we also had the Gunther segment with Sammy.
Yeah, that was a good segment.
Yeah, Gunther's still salty about his loss to him.
Of course he is. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He's like me. If I beat you in a video game, I ain't playing you again.
That's funny. That's funny as hell.
All right, so back to what you were asking before. So we have October 5th, we have Bad Blood, which is this Saturday. November 2nd is Crown Jewel from Saudi Arabia. November 30th is War Games. And
I don't think they do one for December, do they?
December, I believe, would be... Let me see. Because right now I looked up... NXT will have Halloween Havoc.
No, I think that's why they do 2 in November. So they don't do one in December, then it goes into...
Yeah, it goes into... The next one will be... The Rumble would be in February. So that's the next one. And then Mania is in April. So I think we're like on the last run of the pay-per-views for the year.
Yeah, the final quarter.
Yeah. Which I'm like... So we don't get a new Money in the Bank? Oh, because we already had Money in the Bank already.
Yeah, that goes until I don't know what month that is.
I think after Mania, the first week is the first pay-per-view. I believe would either be because I remember they used to do Fastlane before Mania, like the Fastlane to Mania, and then they did WrestleMania, and then after that it would be Extreme Rules or Money in the Bank.
I don't know how they do it anymore.
But they changed it. Because I remember back in the 90s, it was like, we knew what was coming next. We knew we had Rumble. We always know in the summer we're getting SummerSlam. And then it would always be different pay-per-views because these dudes have like 50,000 pay-per-views now. We used to have Unforgiven. We used to have No Mercy. We used to have.
Yeah, so it's not the 90s no more.
Yeah.
In 2024, bro.
They're
They
PLEs.
changed the game. We in the PLE times. So this Gunther thing, you see him retaining?
Yeah. Belt's not coming off Gunther.
How long?
I don't think we see Gunther lose the belt until maybe Mania.
I think Braun takes it off him.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. That was gonna be my next segue in because they teased the babyface with that little promo.
I'm really not feeling that.
What, teasing it or having?
No, not them planting the seeds for it. I think that's great because they're gonna tear the house down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's gonna feed families. But I just think Braun turning so fast. Nah.
Well, it's a kind of a slow build because when he came out to see to Jay and say like, "Yo, you were the better man," that right there is you transitioning him into the face. Then having him poke his head and walk up to Gunther and not be afraid to walk up to Gunther. That right there is another babyface move.
Yeah, I just think Bron Breaker unhinged is the best Bron Breaker.
Yeah, but you're not gonna have an unhinged face though. That's the only.
I mean, no, why not?
Because usually the unhinged ones are either heels or they're tweeners in between. Unless you make them a tweener and you make them in between a heel and a face.
Yeah, it could be like Stone Cold was, no?
Stone Cold, KO. KO was a heel, but they cheered him.
Roman's the perfect example.
Well,
he's a heel, but they love him.
Like Reigns, because I don't know. Reigns, I feel like Reigns is a whole different like psychology of the sport. Like because like remember they hated that man.
And now they love him.
I hated that dude in the beginning. So now it's like, now I'm like, yo, he's my tribal chief. I'm sorry. I acknowledge him every time he walks onto that stage.
But I think Bron Breakker being a little asshole-ish.
Yeah. Don't take away his like the cockiness is fine. Leave it like.
Yeah, leave him like that, bro.
But soon as like Jey Uso was like, there's some dogs in this like right there is you passing that babyface torch over like. You're already over, bro. And now you're going to go against probably one of the top heels at the current moment with Gunther whenever they set that up.
That is going to be insane.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have a great run, bro.
Nah, he is. Because they want him to be the face for Netflix. They want him to be the Netflix era.
If they keep him healthy, that's all they got to do. Just keep him healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Keep him healthy and hot. Because they're going to be on fire with him, bro.
And now since we took
him, Gunther, then you got Oba coming up to the main roster, bro.
Oba's gonna. Man. As I started watching more of NXT, because before I wasn't really big on watching NXT like that. Now I see this guy and I'm like, yo, he could be the truth if they book him correctly.
He's a star.
But they got to book him correctly on the main roster. That's the problem.
No, I definitely think he'll be booked right, bro.
Yeah, because Ilya Dragunov was booked right in NXT, and when he got to the main roster, he wasn't booked correctly, and now he's hurt.
Because of Gunther, too.
Yeah. So I honestly believe we will be getting the new version of Imperium at some point.
That'd be... I said it'd be fire if Dragunov joins them.
If he joins them and this dude still has the belt, that's how you could build that kind of like I'm a turn on you from the inside because you took me out. It's kind of like a Finn Balor situation, like where Finn Balor really took the Judgment Day apart from inside.
Yeah, I think that's gonna. I hope he comes back soon in a few months.
Oh, he'd be out for like a year, I think they said.
That's a long ass time.
Mm-hmm. Him, you gotta build that momentum back up because he had the hype coming in, but then it was like, bro, you're at catering.
Did you see the Sammy promo?
Yeah, I
Did you peep somebody behind them?
Uncle Howdy.
So you think Uncle Howdy's going after Sammy next?
Probably. But I don't know why though. Like I just can't figure out what's the like motive for it.
Because he always turns on family?
That could be it too.
It has to be. That's the only thing that
But
makes sense.
where did he really turn? Where did he really turn on family? Except he turned on the blood. Not he didn't really turn on the bloodline. Kind of like I said, broke up the bloodline.
Yeah, but they might see it as he turned on them. Or he had them turn on each other. Mm-hmm. Whatever he did.
I think with the why it's 6 right now, they don't have a real direction for them. And it's like you're just going to plug them like wherever you think they may have some sort of pop.
Yeah, because all that super... What is it called?
The supernatural powers.
There you go. The supernatural stuff is very, very hard to book, bro.
It is and it's not at the same time. Like, think about it. Undertaker was that spiritual role. The Fiend was a spiritual role. The Fiend, where they really dropped the ball, was they had Goldberg go over on him. Like,
yeah, but the Undertaker also came out in a chopper.
Well, that was a whole him creating his character, like changing the character direction.
Yeah. So
you're not gonna see Uncle Howdy come out in chaps and a fucking bike, and
you gotta put the Y6 in more regular matches.
Yeah, because there's talent. They picked a talented group of wrestlers to be a part of it. It's just the booking's not there for it because they don't want to oversaturate it and they don't want to ruin it. So they're picking and like prying at different spots for it. But it's like you got to pick the right feud. Otherwise, it turns into the Miz turning heel and nobody caring.
Y6, take a feud with Karrion Kross and AOP. I think that'll work for them, bro.
That would be a solid little like program. Because they're kind of these like because Killy Cross is kind of like this fucking witch doctor that's putting shit into their head, and hey, you could cut a promo saying your brother would never want this, and and it makes sense. It's good that's how you saw that booking happening. So it's like now you're thinking like outside the box a bit.
Yeah, bro, because they all like they both dark.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So I think it'll work together. Plus, it'll help Karrion Kross.
Yeah, because he's good. He needs
it'll help them.
An avenue, like.
Yeah, because the Y6 is already super over, bro.
Unless they're teasing it already, and we just not like reading between the lines. Because R-Truth did say something that kind of like made me laugh a bit when he was like, "Oh, we got a match against AOP, and they got a witch and a wizard." Like.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He's comedy. He's pure gold.
What'd you think of the Punk McIntyre segment for the Hell in a Cell?
I love that Drew came out in all black.
Like the funeral, like it was his funeral.
Love it. I love it. I think it's dope. Punk had on bright colors.
He looked like an ice cream man.
Yeah, but think about it. It's like good versus evil.
Undertaker HBK, bro. That's basically what it was.
Exactly where I was going.
But somebody told me a while back that they compare that feud to Brett and Shawn. Like Punk is wait, how would you put this? Cuz somebody broke it down to me. They were like it's basically Brett and Shawn, just a rehashing of it.
That would kind of make sense.
Like Punk, I guess you would maybe put Punk in the Shawn light and put Drew as like the Brett.
Yeah.
Because Punk did screw Drew at Mania, so there's your screw job.
Over and over.
But like I said, they gotta try to take shit from like back then and put it into like now.
I was gonna ask you who you're gonna put over, but we can save that one for later.
Yeah. All right, so that's basically Raw. I don't think there was any other big. Nothing really kind of crazy stood out this week's for Raw. Like it was a decent filler to set us up for a pay-per-view.
Yeah, maybe Xavier Woods turning.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen at the whatchamacallit, the
10-year.
Yeah, that's the only way you set
Yeah.
that up.
But how about if the 10-year Big E comes back?
That's what I think. Big E's gonna be there, and that's how Woods sets up that turn. Because you think, oh, New Day's back together, da da da, they're all happy.
So you think if Big E comes back, the turn still happens?
Yeah,
Interesting.
because Big E's face is gonna be crazy when he sees like all of a sudden Woods like throws Kofi through an apron like into the ring post, or he cracks him over the head with a unicorn horn or some shit. Like,
I think he needs it. They need something fresh.
yeah, because to me it's not the New Day without Big E. It's just Woods and Kofi as a tag team.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Woods could get a good singles push.
He was decent in NXT when he was by himself, and he was decent in TNA.
Bro, he's decent now.
Yeah,
He gets busy in the ring.
he's facing Jay.
really
He's
good
facing Jay on Monday, so
Yeah, that should be a solid match, bro, because he's good. I was gonna touch on some things about Swerve. Did you see the Swerve Strickland interview?
nah.
All right, so nah.
You can fill me in.
Nah.
You know me. I don't watch I don't watch AEW. I do it for the
I
culture.
don't like touching politics on wrestling. I like this shit to be fun and happy and.
Oh, so he had like a bitter interview, or
Nah, he had a decent interview, but he said some things that the IWC, that's what they call them, right? That's what they call us, the IWC?
yeah,
You're part of that?
I guess so. The
guess.
Internet World Championship, or
The internet wrestling community.
that we like think we could book all the perfect matches and.
No, he just said something about his pay and his color.
Well,
So
just to touch on that a little bit,
leave it at that.
because we're gonna go into NXT anyway, and it's not like, believe me, I'm not bringing this up as about race or anything, but somebody said something about the WWE doesn't have enough black champions. It was said online. That's probably where he also was coming from. There's your reason why we got Trick Williams back with the belt again, to like basically.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Mm-hmm. Now we here. I don't want to touch this. But Oba Femi is a champion. Trick Williams is a champion. Bianca Belair and Jade are champions.
Mm-hmm.
Another person of color, Jey Uso, is a champion.
Yeah, but they're not gonna sit there and spin it that way. That's what it is. Like,
It's just listen. I just think if your character deserves a title, and if you're a needle mover, you're selling merchandise, you're good on a promo.
yeah, you have your spot. Swerve
So
had
it's a factor of things.
Swerve had his spot.
Swerve deserves to be where he's at.
Yeah, and he had his spot. It's just politics and wrestling. That's what it is. What it is. Like, think about it. Bron Breaker had the belt too. Bron Breaker did something backstage apparently, and that's why he was punished, and they took the belt off of him.
Yeah, just how the game goes. I don't like touching any kind of politics.
Yeah.
So there's that.
It's there's checks and balances when it comes to wrestling, but I think a lot of the times when stuff like that comes out in the air, it paints the community in a bad light, or it paints these companies in bad lights.
Yeah, so whatever it is, I just hope all the wrestling companies are just going into a better direction.
Yeah.
And that's it. I don't like to touch on it too much. NXT, we got into the CW era, and we got a new champion. Whoop that trick.
Because that was the only. I think that was the only belt that changed hands too, right?
Yeah, that was the only belt that changed hands.
Because I kind of feel like Julia would have won that match if it wasn't for the interference.
Julia, fire. They had a banger too.
Mm-hmm.
Cora Jade is back in the mix. I think they took the title off of Ego I think he might be going up to the main roster soon.
Yeah, I think so
I don't
too.
know why. But I feel like he kind of fits.
They probably put him there specifically for the reason of let's give him how long he held the belt for, like maybe 2 months more or less, right?
Probably like 3, 4.
And he knows the system, so it's like, all right, we don't need you down here no more.
Yeah, that's probably pretty much it.
Yeah, I know he was pissed because Punk kind of like screwed him. He fit like in a way.
He's
But he showed his range that he could be a good heel too.
Yeah, he's good. He'll be decent. He'll be a decent mid card guy. Like him. Bring him up. Oba Femi had a segment with Tony D'Angelo. They're gonna get it on.
That was a good segment. Like you felt you felt the emotion in that segment. Like
I like both of them. Actually, I like Tony D'Angelo too.
I still want to know who the hell he paid to, like, I guess jump try to jump Oba Femi or some shit. Like,
yeah, he's the Don, bro.
I know. So I want to know who that tall figure is, but who knows? Maybe we see who that is at when do they fight? The next pay per view or whatever. This week.
I have no idea.
Because I don't think they got a pay per view coming. I know they got Halloween Havoc coming up, but that's not now though. But NXT was overall decent. Like, it wasn't super.
Yo, but the look of the show. Tell me it didn't look like a third brand, bro.
Nah, it did, because they were in a big ass arena. They were in Chicago in a big ass arena.
They always do the little tiny small spot.
Yeah, because they're always in the Performance Center.
But yo, they packed out that arena, bro.
Yeah, they did.
To be honest, AEW will be in trouble if they just keep it like that.
Yeah, if they keep that like that, they're really gonna give AEW a run for their money, because AEW's having trouble selling tickets anyway. Like at the current moment.
Did you watch Ricochet and Will Ospreay?
I saw bits and pieces of it.
It was a good match, solid. You know, a Will Ospreay match.
I saw parts of the Jericho talking to the Briscoe brother, the Mark or whatever it is.
Mark. Yeah, I didn't like the comment he said.
The brother comment I didn't like.
I think it's too soon.
But AEW is known for that shock and awe value. That's what they try to get.
You can have a great promo without talking about someone's dead, anything.
I still believe they're gonna flop eventually.
Parent, dead, anything. To me, nah.
Yeah, I still think AEW is gonna have that WCW demise. That's how I look at it. I don't think they put out a great product, to be honest. So it's like
they don't put out a great product, but they do have the talent to make it great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they got majority of the best wrestlers in the world there, though. Like it.
But good wrestling doesn't mean good product, unless you really like wrestling itself.
Yeah, that's why if you really like wrestling, you watch New Japan. Like.
Yeah, so you would like, the skill, the in-ring ability, the psychology, but people get attached to characters. WWE. It's like a novela, like a TV show.
Yeah.
You get attached to these characters, and you like them, and even if they have a decent match, the crowd, we're already involved emotionally.
Yeah, that's why I can't sit there and that's why I don't have no emotional attachment to anybody in AEW. Like, I don't have that, like, bro, seeing Jey Uso win the title, like, that shit was like in my head, like, yo, this man really did it. Like, 14 years being there and only known as a tag team, like a tag specialist, like.
Yeah, that's how they built it up, right? Every big match.
Yeah.
Every chance he had, he kept losing. So now you give them the underdog feeling, like, yo, bro, he got to get his. Like, he just keeps coming up short.
And WWE is good at that. They're good at making you, like, root for the underdog. Look at when Daniel Bryan won the title. Like, when he won,
everybody's behind him.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's like WWE has a good way of building a foundation for you to be emotionally invested in a character. AEW, I can't sit here and be invested in anybody. Like,
that's crazy.
it doesn't, and they got good wrestlers there. That's the crazy shit. Like, I'm a fan of there's a lot of wrestlers there that I'm a fan of, but I have no emotional attachment to it.
Yeah, they have a solid lineup, bro. If I was them, I would get rid of that Friday night show they have.
Yeah, well, they only made that Collision or Rampage is Friday. Collision is Saturday.
So it's only an hour.
Yeah,
That's way too short. I would get rid of that. Just keep Collision and Dynamite.
yeah, but they want to be like, because Collision was only really made for Punk. That literally was how Collision was made. It was for him to be away from everybody else. And then look at it; it's not what it was supposed to be.
Well, for that, now your bad blood predictions.
All right, so match. What's the first match?
All right, let's go. Bayley versus Nia. Who you got?
I got Nia Jax retaining,
I have
Tiffy cashing in.
Tiffy cashing in too. I want Nia to I want Nia to win just so Tiffy could cash in on her. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, this is payback.
Like, I don't want it to be a situation where she cashes in too early. Wait till Bayley puts some work into Nia and Nia's tired, and that's when you cash in.
Yeah, I like that. And we got Rhea Ripley versus Liv. Who you got?
I got Liv retaining.
I got Liv retaining. How about if Raquel helps her win?
That's some out of the blue. But I'm trying to figure out how to connect those dots. That's my thing.
They were tag team champions, bro.
Who
Liv and Raquel.
You sure?
I'm positive. You can fact check me.
No, I'm trying. No, I'm confused. Never mind. I'm confused because it's another muscle mommy. So I'm like looking at Rhea Ripley at the same time.
Yeah. So, and I believe Rhea hurt Raquel at some point.
Probably.
So this is just Raquel's get back.
And then
Maybe
she joins because they said a new member of Judgment Day was coming. So it's like,
I don't know if she should join them, but I think she should just help Liv retain.
Yeah, I know Liv's gonna retain somehow, some way. I don't know because Dom's gonna be up in the Shark Tank, unless Dom puts like a doll of himself up there.
I would love maybe AJ Styles to be part of Judgment Day.
Yeah, I could see a dark AJ Styles, like angry, bitter. Finn recruits him. And then it just ends up as a watered down. Yeah, it just ends up a watered down version of Bullet Club.
Yeah. Priest versus Finn. Who you got?
I got Finn winning that.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Only reason why is because it's gonna be a numbers game.
So you think they just gonna cheat to win like always?
Yeah. You think we get Demon Finn?
Nah, I think Demon Finn is done for a while. They gotta do it right if they're gonna do it, bro.
Yeah.
I think Priest gets his W finally.
Against Finn?
Yeah.
I think they do it one more time after that.
You know what? You might be right. They might steal this one and keep that story alive and keep building it.
Because that could go all the way up into Mania.
Yeah. You know what? I agree with you. I take it back. I'm going with you.
I think Finn. I got a just weird feeling Finn's gonna win because you know what it is. Finn hasn't really had as many like his moments.
Yeah. He's been.
It's not gonna be a clean win. I'll tell you that right now. It's not gonna be a clean win. It's gonna be a numbers game.
Then you got a bloodline match. Who do you have there? Who do you have and who do you got getting pinned?
You know it's kind of hard. I think Jacob doesn't get pinned.
Nah.
Nah. I think If Cody and Reigns do win, Solo gets pinned.
That's exactly what I was thinking, bro.
If the opposite happens, I think Roman gets pinned.
I still don't think Roman gets pinned.
But I think he gets pinned by Jacob, though.
Nah, if Roman gets pinned, he's going to get pinned by Solo. Solo took it from him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see. I can see
that. That
that.
would make sense. Yeah.
But I also still think that's a numbers game thing, and that's how it sets up War Games. Because the Tongans are going to pop up, and then all of a sudden Randy and KO come out.
All right, so who's your winner?
I think I got Bloodline going over in that match.
All right, I'm with you. I got the Bloodline going over.
As much as I hate going against my tribal chief, I think Bloodline goes over. Because this is going to be a feud for... It's going to go into War Games, and then you got to see how Crown Jewel turns out.
It just makes for a better story. Bloodline wins.
Yeah.
That's it. That's really it. All right. Hell in a Cell. You got Punk and Drew McIntyre.
As much as I wanted to be Punk...
I just realized, like, I'm asking you, who do you got?
Like, as much as I wanted to be Punk, I'm pretty sure it's going to be McIntyre to end the feud.
You think Drew closes it out?
Yeah, I think he will, just for the simple fact is then it really closes out the storyline that Drew got that last W. Because I still think if Punk wins, then Drew is still going to be bitter and we get this for another, like, month.
Yeah, I think Drew closes it out. I think it doesn't hurt neither. It really doesn't matter, but I think Drew gets his, the satisfaction of beating him.
Do you think he beats him in, like, a violent fashion where, like...
Violent.
He's standing over his body in a pool of blood.
Fire. They have to do it.
Like Punk bled in that dog collar match with MJF.
They have to do it like that.
There's got to be crazy ass spots though in that match though. Like,
yeah, you gotta give it not like a dominant win, but just like clear cut. Like, nah, Drew beat him. Yeah,
like he has to dog walk him the whole match, like just so he could get back that notoriety. Because then, where do you think Drew goes after that match? Do you think he puts himself back in the title picture?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
But do you think Punk says, fuck it, and I'm going to be a bitter man and fuck you one more time just because?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do know that Seth is back, though.
So what do you think? Where do you think Punk goes after this, though?
Maybe Punk goes to Seth. Maybe Punk goes... Got to get on that line, bro.
Punk and Seth would feed families.
Oh, yeah, they got to save that, though.
But that's probably going to end up being a Mania situation.
It has to be, bro.
That or somehow, some way Punk gets a title shot just because of who he is. I guess like Gunther at like Crown Jewel or some shit, and then Seth like ruins it or McIntyre ruins it.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Because those are the two feuds you see happening with him. I don't see him in the title picture anytime soon while he's there. Because I think he got some stories he has to like tighten up first.
I don't think Punk... Unless they do this. Unless they give Punk the title over Gunther somehow. And then John Cena comes back. Faces Punk. Beats Punk. And breaks the title record.
That's a possibility. They haven't really said much about what's going to go on with the Cena farewell tour.
That's good, though. I love the surprises, bro. I hate that the internet ruins everything.
Unless they're going to give Cena a run for a belt he hasn't gotten yet.
Nah, let him break the Flair record.
We go throw Flair in the...
I don't... Give John Cena that title, bro.
Records are meant to be broken, so...
Yeah.
So I think the next one would be Orton, I think, after that.
Yeah, Orton is right behind him. I think he has like one less.
We can see. But I'm just curious where Punk goes after this, because he is getting older, and he's not going to be able to give you those matches he used to give.
Yeah, but he could give us entertainment
Yeah.
and a good story, and everybody will be locked in.
I know the Seth thing will feed families. I'm kind of waiting for that one. I thought we would have saw that before we saw the Drew McIntyre one.
That is for sure.
I also think he gets a program with KO at some point too.
Yeah. And that is all the predictions we have. So, that being said, don't forget to like, follow, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications at Defy the DQ, at No Receipts. That's all we got for you guys. Have a good night.
Until next time, we out.